I want to welcome you to this episode of the Retro Rogues Live. My name is Dave Beatty. I'm one of your hosts. Do not adjust your set, your monitor. Yes, you can actually see me for the first time ever. For some reason, my avatar isn't working, so you have to bear with actually looking at my face on this particular episode. Anyhow, I want to welcome you to this particular episode. We've got our warning graphic up here. I want to make sure everyone understands warning. The Retro Rogues Live show is intended for an adult audience and not intended for children under the age of 13. For parental discretion is advised. We may curse even to reinforce this very basic concept that this is not a show for children. Anyhow, moving on, I want to welcome back my fellow host. This is Mr. Eric Alexander. Eric, please tell the folks watching, hopefully at home, all comfortable, maybe even with an adult beverage, the fun things you've done as a creative professional.
Yes, everyone. I am Eric Alexander. I'm also go by BaseGod14. That's BaseGod14. And I am the co-host of the Retro Rogues Live. I'm also the Chief Financial Officer of Bad Bob Productions, which is a small production company in Arizona. And I am the associate producer of the feature film Occupants, which stars Star Trek Voyager actor Robert Picardo and is currently streaming on Tubi. And we have a special guest host today. And this is Heather Ferris. Heather, can you introduce yourselves to everybody?
Hi, thank you so much for having me on your show. Really do appreciate it. My name is Heather Ferris, and I do a Star Trek podcast called Star Trek Underground, or Starfleet Underground. First, I have to get my own name of my podcast right. Starfleet Underground. You can find it at starfleetunderground.com. And of course, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And then for my day job, I do Vegas Aces, which is content creation on YouTube and a website. And I basically teach people casino table games, and I help people learn how to deal so that way they could get a job for free without having to pay to go to school.
Very awesome. Very, very awesome. That's an awesome thing that you do there.
Very cool. I want to welcome you aboard, Heather.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. So the reminder for those who may be watching, and those who may be watching for the first time, we always start off with pop culture news. So anyhow, we want to start here with pop culture news. I've got a few items. Eric, I know you've got a few items, and I think Heather might have an item. Who should go first?
Well, I say ladies first. Heather, you sent me an article, so why don't I go ahead and share it?
Okay, sounds good. So this article, really excited. Patrick Stewart was on The View, and he formally asked Whoopi to join them for season 2. So watch the video. It's really awesome to see her reaction. And I am so freaking excited about this. This is going to be great. I can't wait to see what they do with her character.
Yeah, I was really excited when you shared this with me. Because I hadn't heard the news until you sent me the link. And yeah, they have the clip from The View. And it's pretty neat because Whoopi Goldberg gets kind of emotional, because you can tell she's really stoked about the idea of being on season 2 of Picard. Did you hear about this, Dave?
No, I did not. This is the first I'm hearing about it. So it's very cool.
Yeah, so she has apparently committed to season 2 of Picard. She will be back as Guinin. And then a really interesting thing, I don't know if you caught this, Heather, because you watched the clip, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I thought was really interesting was Whoopi Goldberg made the claim that her character was the last character created by Gene Roddenberry. Had you ever heard that before?
No, I didn't hear that before. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's right at the end of the clip. And it totally stuck out to me because, she seemed very proud of that, and she was saying, yeah, as far as I know, I was the last character that Gene Roddenberry created. Had you ever heard that, Dave?
No, I hadn't heard that either.
So she made that claim. That's pretty neat. I don't know if it's 100% true, but she made that claim that she was the last character that Gene Roddenberry himself actually created.
Which means she definitely needs to be on Picard.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. One of the things that's kind of neat, and you may have picked up on this at Star Trek Vegas, I've noticed that a lot of the Next Gen cast, they're very proud of the fact that they were like Gene's last babies, because they'll talk about that a lot when at different panels. I've heard each one of them mention that. They talk about meeting Gene and the fact that Gene actually cast them and all that kind of stuff. and they just seem very proud of that. And I think obviously Whoopi Goldberg is as well, which is, I think, very cool.